What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your March love reading, okay? This is going to be a general read for Aquarius for Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus. And yeah, if you guys didn't see the general reading, go ahead and look in the description box below. I'm going to link that video if you're interested, because it does touch more on like career and finance and overall well-being, along with a little bit of love. And yeah, if this doesn't resonate with you, I definitely invite you to check out your moon or rising or Venus, because it may give you some extra pieces to the puzzle. You think anything else? No, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to pull these cards first, and then we'll discuss. I'm also going to pull 3 cards from Doreen Virtue so we can get some advice for your month of March. And if I remember correctly, I think I named you guys' general video like juggling work and love or something along those lines, because I saw a lot of that for you guys. But let's see if I'm picking up on the same energies. Let's see if I'm reading a whole nother set of Aquarians. Who knows? But let's just get started with this, okay? Starting out, the moon. With the Queen of Swords. Followed by the Queen of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. King of Wands. You guys have a lot of personalities happening. What's going on? Y'all playing the field? What is going on? Page of Wands. Lots of wands. Do we have a fire sign on our hands? Interesting. 10 of Wands. Who else had it? Someone else had a 10 of Wands. Where I was like, this is not normal for them. Capricorn. I think it's either Capricorn or Virgo. It was Virgo. I think that was in their general read. You guys are dealing with a Virgo? You might want to check out their love or check out their general. I don't know, but this is a lot of wands. Queen of Pentacles, and just a lot of character cards in general, like these court cards. Five of Pentacles. I don't like that. Okay, this is your outcome card though. 10 of Cups. All right, Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, we've got 2 of Pentacles, which I feel like that's definitely the case. I feel like you guys are juggling a few situations, people, or whatever. Play. And I feel like this is gonna kind of be a month of seeing that, waiting for your ships to sell in, but you don't even know they're right behind you. That 10 of Cups that you want, right? It's like it's on the horizon, but you don't see that. Let me pull these 3 and then it is safe for you to love. Trust. You deserve love. These are great cards to get. Okay. Out of all the cards, sorry, let me get Out of all the cards, you guys have one major arcana, right? Which is the moon. You guys have a shit ton of, wands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wands. But it's the placements of these wands that just make them feel like a lot. You guys have a little bit of everything. Let's just get into it. So, bottom of the deck, we've got that 2 of Pentacles, right? So this is someone who is juggling. Remember, I feel like in your general, I said you guys were doing a lot of juggling with work and love. I feel like it's no different here, right? So there's definitely a sense of juggling here, and definitely we've got the Pentacles, which is like, earth energy, which is money, finances, career, health, all that kind of stuff. So I do feel like you guys that is holding true in this love read, that you guys are definitely trying to juggle. Now this could be juggle responsibilities, this could be juggling people, this could be juggling all sorts of stuff. Let's get into this read more and we can see. So starting out, we've got the moon card. So the moon, if we're putting it on a person, this could be a Pisces. If it's not a person, or it could be a Pisces, it could be a Cancer, or it could be a Scorpio. I see them all differently. I see, I get Cancer from this too because the moon rules Cancer. So I definitely get a Cancer, and I get Scorpio because there is a Scorpio here. And the moon can very much be about secrets, right? Things kept in the dark. The moon is also about evolving. The moon is never the same any night. It's constantly changing, whether we recognize it or not. It's constantly going through an evolutionary situation, right? But also, again, it does really speak of secrets. And I'm feeling more of this secret energy because with it, what's crossing it, we've got that Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is totally your energy, right? Queen of Swords is she's not playing with you. Queen of Swords is you don't lie to her. Queen of Swords is kind, but she'll catch you if you bullshit her, right? It's very much that energy, very much that how you guys can be, like if you look at her face, look, she just looks very aloof. She looks very Aquarius right now. So I feel like in your love life, some of you could be dealing with, like I said, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or just someone who you feel like there's some things that are being withheld, some truths that are being withheld. And I feel like you guys are right now in the process of trying to, get it out of them, like trying to pull truths out, trying to ask the right questions, trying to, I feel like you guys are trying to ask the right questions to get the right answers that you want. You know what I mean? Because I do feel like you feel like there are some hidden things. There's something about this relationship or this person that you're getting to know that you're just kind of like, okay, this is cool, but let me see, kind of thing, right? What Spirit's telling you to strive for is the Queen of Wands, which is really nice because the Queen of Wands, she gets what she wants, and she gets what she wants because she does everything and only things that she's passionate about, right? This woman is not going to put herself in the position to just be talking to someone just to be wasting time and entertain herself for a second. Like, this is someone who's like, no, I like it or I don't. She's very kind. She's very charismatic, but she's not going to waste she's not going to waste her time on things that she's not passionate about, or that she doesn't feel strongly about, right? This is also the most sexual queen out of all the tarot, right? It's the only queen who faces forward on her throne with her legs spread apart, indicating, some come hitherness. So you guys might be feeling a little froggy this month in terms of being sexual, dexual, but really, I feel like this is Spirit telling you that what you need to be striving for this month is to only deal with things that you're passionate about, only deal with people that you feel strongly about, and really knowing the difference, right? And if you do that, then you will be successful, right? Ace of Swords. Now you got this in your cop-out part of the read of what not to strive for. Now, Ace of Swords is usually always a desirable card, right? Because we talk about why wouldn't we want the Ace of Swords? This is like bringing clarity. This is bringing in new ideas, new communication. But I feel like this is more speaking to this Queen of Swords and this moon energy, where it's like, I know you're trying to be your Queen of Swords self and get answers out of this person, but it's almost like it's saying, don't worry about that right now because I almost feel like you guys have bigger fish to fry, right? Or yeah, somehow for some of you, I feel like it's not even going to matter or be important, if that makes sense to you. And again, this is general, so it can go different ways for different people. But for the um, overall feeling, I'm getting the feeling that it's like, you know, don't with the clarity, don't be so dead set on it that you are just slicing through people and you don't even realize, right? Because you guys already have a way about you that can make people uncomfortable if you get in your aloof place where you're just like very stoic and just like, what? You know what I mean? We're air signs. You guys are very logical and you guys lead with logic. You lead with what makes sense. You lead with the brain. You don't always lead with your feelings, right? Um, so I feel like it's just kind of like, so this energy versus this energy, Queen of Wands versus Ace of Wands or Ace of Swords, even though they're not on the same scale, it's like this is the difference between leading and going towards things that you're passionate about and that feel good versus trying to, it's like with this, I almost feel like you're trying so hard to pull out some truth where it's almost like once you get it, it's gonna be anticlimactic because you're like, I had to do all that just for you to tell me this or that. It's like that sort of thing. So I feel like that's really not supposed to be what you're worried about. I feel like you're just supposed to be worried about going towards things that feel good, things that you feel aligned to, feel things that you feel passionate about, people that you feel passionate about. Um, and I feel like you're supposed to be having fun, you know? Now, in the past, you've got the King of Wands energy. King of Wands. It's interesting that I always, like, whenever I get a king and queen in the same suit, of the same suit in a read, I always feel like that could be like some soulmate connection, right? So you got that in the past. So there could have been a fire sign that you're dealing with in the past, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But this is just someone who's really charismatic. They also get what they want because they lead with passion. They're not always the most thought out, methodical of kings, but they're successful nonetheless. And I say that because they are Wands energy. Wands is the fastest energy in the deck. So sometimes they can, they're just always moving. They're all about the action. They're always about what's next. They don't wait and stall much to get the ball rolling, right? They go after what they want. They're successful at it. And they do it because they only go about the things that they're passionate about, just like the queen, right? So you could have been dealing with a fire sign in the past. Near future, you've got the Page of Wands. So this, I don't know if this is a new fire sign. If y'all are just really, juggling like that, or if this is like just in general, like you got messages of new beginnings coming in love. And I definitely feel that when it comes, just if we're talking about energy, right? But if we're talking about people, for some of you, I feel like I feel like it's a different person. I feel like it's a different person for most of you. I feel like it could be the same king, like as in this is new communication. You guys are trying to start out a new beginning, right? Like maybe something happened in the past where you're just like, okay, never mind, redo over. It could be something like that. But overall, this is just a really good energy of newness. This can also, again, speak to just you guys maybe in the future wanting to be single and alone and kind of having fun and like, having friends and, you know, but this person is still very loyal and honest. And so it's like, even if you are trying to take that route, I do see that you guys will be very honest about it, right? Like, oh, I'm dating you and I'm dating people. Like you're not the only one type thing. But definitely this is some new beginnings um coming up. I don't feel like that's the same person for the most of you. For some of you it is, but I really don't feel like it's the same person. Your hopes and fears, you guys have the 10 of Wands, and this is someone who is just taking on way too much shit, way too much responsibilities, making way too many promises, way too many commitments, and now they're feeling burdened and like, damn, I got all these sticks, I can't even carry them, I need help, right? So I feel like Yeah, I feel like this Page of Wands is someone new because I feel like this burden is almost like you feel like you're juggling, those of you who are single, like you're juggling hella people and you're just like, oh my God, this is a lot. I wish Jeff would just stop calling me because I kind of like Michael more or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you guys are kind of to the point where, like, oh, this is cool, but like, it's kind of to the point where it's getting to be a lot more than I anticipated. And oh shit, what do I do? Right? People around you. We've got Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles, she is, um, an earth sign. So this can be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Now, this could be someone that you're dealing with. Like this could be another person. Um, but this overall energy, this is someone who is stable. This is someone who's successful. This is someone who you can rely on. If it's a woman, she makes a great mother, great partner. If you're a man or a woman, this is general, so take it as it resonates. But I really do feel like you guys do have a stable person in your life. I almost feel like this isn't a lover though. I almost feel like a lot of you have, so for some of you, like this could be a love, like this could be someone that you're dealing with, like this earth sign person or someone that you just see as really reliable and stable and successful. But some of you, I really feel like you guys are getting like outside pep talks from an older person, like maybe your mom, your auntie, a friend, or someone who's wise and grounded. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's for the most of you. But I feel like you guys are getting someone who's trying to kind of help you out with this 10 of Wands energy, this overwhelming feeling like you're balancing too much. It's like you're seeking counsel in someone who you respect and deem as grounded and wiser than you, right? And like someone who's been through it all before and kind of knows how these things go. Because I do feel like you're overwhelmed. And I do feel like you're overwhelmed because I do feel like you've got a few suitors for you single people um in your life. And this overwhelming feeling of feeling like you've just got all this stuff going on, it's got you kind of feeling raggedy, right? These people are worried. It's like they don't know where their next meal is coming from. These people are broke, they're poor, they're homeless, they're feeling raggedy, they're feeling left out, they're feeling not thought about, they're feeling, I mean, it's not a cute feeling, right? I feel like whatever you're trying to do, if you are a single Aquarius who's kind of trying to play the field, I feel like it's kind of getting to the point where you're just like, this is a lot. This is too much, right? I feel like there's something that you guys are worried about. And your finances could have a lot to do with it. Because remember, I do still feel like you guys are really trying to juggle and find the perfect balance of what's too much for work, what's too much for love, right? And so at the end of the day, I think it just kind of has you guys feeling kind of stuck and confused about that. Yeah. But in the outcome, you guys do have the 10 of Cups, right? So this is like happy wife, happy life kind of thing, even if you're not married. This is just like the ultimate, like what we all want in terms of love is of feeling fulfilled and happiness and being content with our love life, also being content with our career. I feel like you guys are kind of working it out. I feel like you're going to find the balance. And I feel like what's really that person helping you is that Queen of Pentacles energy. I really feel like you guys are seeking counsel from someone who you trust and someone who's been there before. And I feel like that's really kind of helping you figure out how to navigate through this, right? I also feel like for those of you who are kind of taking on this energy of, I just kind of want to date around, feeling a little sexual, feeling a little like you just don't really want to commit to people. I feel like it's because you're scared, right? It's like you're scared not to open up, um, not to open up like as far as communication. I don't feel like you guys really have problems with saying what's on your mind, but it's like you're scared of you're scared of falling into those love feelings. What's interesting is outside of this 10 of cups outcome, which is what I know you guys really want, you have no cups anywhere on the spread. So maybe that's the missing link this month, right? That you need to get a little bit more into your heart. She's awesome and she can help you in many ways. And taking on this natural air energy for you is great, but it's not going to always help if you want this. You know, historically, this is a single woman. Not saying that that you guys are single. Again, this is general, but this is looked at as someone who is alone. I don't feel like that's what you want. I feel like you guys are striving for this, but I feel like it's almost like you guys are just using not quite the right tools to help you get there, right? And what I don't see in your tool belt at all is anything having to do with feelings and love and digging into your emotions. Now I do see the moon, which is definitely a watery card, but I'm not even reading it in terms of that. I'm reading it in terms of there's secrets that you're trying to get out, or secrets that you're trying to even keep hidden. I don't feel that in that loving way. Yet somehow this is your outcome, right? So I do feel like for many of you, this dating around or kind of seeing what's out there is going to be good for you. Just make sure you balance that out and you're not doing too much, right? It's good to an extent and it's good in doses, and it's good until it's not good anymore. And when it's not good anymore, it's about knowing that it's not healthy for you anymore and you want to move on. But really, if there's an older person or just a person in your life who you really trust and value their opinion, I feel like this month is a month you really want to listen to that. Okay. I feel like this is a month that they might give you some jewels, some gems, some aha moments that you're really going to be like, you know what, girl, you don't even know. The timing of that was perfect. Like, I needed that more than you know. Right. Because you don't want to feel this overwhelming feeling, and you don't want to feel this feeling like you're just kind of left out in the cold either. And you're just like having these relationships with people that really at the end of the day mean nothing, but they'll keep you busy at the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, I'm bored, I'll call Joe. Like, you don't really want that. And if you do, I feel like you only want that for a little bit of time. I feel like towards the end of the month, I feel like you're gonna be having some awarenesses that maybe just gonna take you by surprise, right? Because we do have that Mercury retrograde. So, and I really feel like that's going to hit everybody in a big way, but in a way that's going to be very helpful moving forward in the direction that we want to move our lives, right? So, just know that it is safe to love, okay? Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Open your heart. There's no emotion on this board except for 10 of Cups. You got to open your heart, right? We've got the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. But who are we missing? We're missing the Queen of Cups, and she's very vital. If we're talking about love in general at all, I always want to see Queen of Cups on the board, because that is like, she's the ultimate mother love, right? She is so nurturing and caring and loving, and she's able to be all those things because she trusts herself and she listens to herself. She listens to her intuition. She trusts that, right? So for you, gotta open your heart a little bit. You can't be so I got a heart. What does Omarion say? Something about the ice box. I can't think right now. Sorry. If you know it, you know it. You know what I'm saying. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Right. So don't give into this energy. Don't give into this energy. Everything is going to be okay. You literally have this up ahead, right? 10 of Cups. But I do feel like you guys need to kind of be honest with yourselves and dig into your heart a little bit and not try to solve everything away by communicating it like logically. This is going to take some feelings, right? This is going to take for you to reach, kind of digging deep into yourself, because you deserve love. You're lovable, super lovable, right? So yeah, I hope that this helps somebody. Let me know how your month goes. I'm really curious to know, because like I said, this is going to be a pretty hard hitting month for everybody. There's just so much spiritual, planetary stuff going on that I feel like every sign is going to kind of go through their own form of turbulence. But um, I feel like everybody's going to be okay in the end. So that's a really good thing, okay? So thank you for checking out my channel, guys. I'll see you in April. Bye.